What is up, everybody? It's your boy Doody back again with another video. And like I mentioned during the daily rap video recap, we got a new animated series out there. That's right, big ups. I know many of you guys have been asking about Luchero. Good God, every podcast, every video, someone is asking Doody what happened to Luchero. And I always say, I don't know, life, I guess, man. The man is busy. But anyway, wanted to give you guys, any of you detractor style individuals that like animated series, we may have a new one out here. That's right. Big ups to Sunny 3.0. Of course, he's a friend of the channel. He is the gentleman that likes to put the daily rap video and take out the background music and then add some very funny background animations. It's some good stuff. Well, he decided to take a shot at an animated style detractor video of DSP, and he's calling it Backyard Zoo. So this is the pilot program. It's about 16 minutes long. We're going to watch a little bit of it. I want to give you guys a flavor of it. And then what I'll do is I will post a link to the entire video so that you guys can check it out. And make sure to give Sunny D1 a like. Make sure to give him a follow. It looks like he's going to be putting out new content. And when I stream tomorrow, we'll talk about it a little bit more. I'll probably stream the whole thing, and that way you guys can actually watch it. So let's see this anime. This will be my first shot at watching the animation. So let's get into it.
So let's do it, everyone. Let's talk about my day off yesterday, shall we? A little segment I like to call Phil's Day Off. You know, one day I'm going to set up sound effects. I have them on my computer, and I still haven't set them up. Remember, I used to have the little sound maker, and it broke? So I have those sound effects on my computer ready to play, and I've just never set them up because I'm stupid. I know I could do it, and I never remember. So it's time for Phil's Day Off. Dun, 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 dun.
In the heat and in the gloom, life appears beside the room. Cats and squirrels, ants and Q. Welcome to the backyard zoo. DSP leads us through every strange suburban clue. Science says it may be true. This is the backyard zoo.
Okay, that's promising. I'm kind of enjoying that. All right.
What we've been doing this summer is we've been putting out a bowl of like peanuts. Whenever we notice that there's creatures in the neighborhood, we'll put out a bowl of peanuts. And we've got all kinds of awesome animals that have come by. We've got a bunch of squirrels that come by and eat the peanuts. We've got different kinds of birds, all kinds of birds. We got little guys, we got big guys, big Stellars Jays that are big, beautiful bluebirds. But this year we also have
It's Woody Woodpecker,
which are a relative of the woodpecker, but much larger, and they're very beautiful. They've got like these cool plumage of like red streaks throughout their brown bodies. Really beautiful creatures. But because it's been so hot recently, we started putting out bowls of like water for them to drink, and the squirrels have actually been drinking. And one thing that a squirrel does is when a squirrel is like tired or overheated but it feels safe, they'll do what's called splooting. Have you ever heard of a squirrel sploot? It'll do a complete flat split and just lay flat on the ground like this, like spread legs, spread arm. It's hilarious. It looks so funny. And they started doing this in our backyard recently. It was funny to watch these squirrels do. They're like, what the heck? It's just hilarious. You're like, what is the squirrel doing back there? Looks like it got flattened, but it's just relaxing on the pavement. So the squirrels were splooting.
Real people. Real begging. Not kidding, mind you. Real lol cows.
You know, basically, because of the heat, there was a lot more insect.
First of all, I'm loving the little detour. I'm loving the little details here. I'm loving the sweat. I'm loving him complaining about the heat and all the garbage in the garage. Good God, man. Chef's kiss. Nice job. Nice job.
Activity around here.
Activity.
Fruit flies, among other things. And, you know, I have trash in my garage. We can only, listen to this, we only get trash removal every 2 weeks. And so it builds up. You know, your trash accumulates. And because of the trash in the garage, we started getting a bunch of fruit flies in the garage. But still, it was so hot and everything these fruit flies were looking for somewhere to go and multiply, and they were doing it in our garage. Like, this is disgusting. So yesterday, I basically had to go to the dump, all right, to get rid of these bags of trash that normally we would have accumulated and thrown out normally every 2 weeks, but there was just too much, you know, too many bugs. I was like, I gotta get this out of here before these bugs start trying to come in the house and everything. So it's funny because I was getting the bags ready to take to the dump, and guess what I noticed? Ants. Ants everywhere on the ground as well. So we had fruit flies.
By the way, before anyone says, this is actually all true audio. None of this is cut up. None of this is AI. This is actually DSP talking about this. And if you don't know, this is from like 3 years ago, where he started going off about ants invading his house and fruit flies, and that's when he exposed that his garage is just full of garbage, litter for weeks, styrofoam, Amazon packages. So this is all legit. None of this is made up. None of this is AI.
And ants coming in because of the heat, trying to get to the trash in the garage. And I'm like, oh, this is nasty. Now we have both, right? That's dead. You have air and ground attack. What's next? What could we have water bugs too? Then we got land, sea, and air attacks all coming into our house, right? Good news is it was isolated to the garage. Okay, it was just in the garage. That was it. And it was isolated to the area of the trash cans. It wasn't like, oh my God, the whole garage is infested or anything like that. It was just these bugs were, you know, coming into the garage, and it was very annoying. So after having sprayed with bug spray for about 2-3 days, realizing there's no way this is going to stop, I got to freaking get this trash out of here. Yesterday, I geared up, these giant-ass rubber gloves, and I basically took giant garbage bags. I piled our trash into these garbage bags and tied them up full of bugs, disgusting, tossed them into the car, and went to the garbage dump. What it is you see me sit in this chair.
Again, that was all true, and it was disgusting then, and it's disgusting now. That's why when DSP talks about how he needs money so that he can, you know, clean up his house, this is what he means. His house is so filthy and full with garbage. The garage is literally probably from the floor to the top of the ceiling just covered in trash. And of course, he blames his HOA. And he blames the fact that it's Washington State and they can't throw out certain things, that they're required to take it to the dump and pay for it. That's what DSP will say and blame. But actually what it is, he's just a disgusting person. He really is. There should be no reason why you have that much trash. And if you have that much trash in your house, DSP, you should be making dump runs every single fucking day until your house is clean. You shouldn't let that shit stack up for years and years. I mean, look, this video was from like 3 years ago. Thank you for whoever subbed.
Subscribe, donate, or get the fuck out.
This is from 3 years ago. And he's still talking about how he's still cleaning up the garage. I mean, when he talks about doing his weight set and all that and having an area to work out, he's talking about the garage area. And he still hasn't cleaned it out. And it's been literally 3 years. His house must be infested with fruit flies, roaches, and ants. It's quite disgusting. All right, let's move up a little bit because it's just going to show him clipping. I want to get more of the animation.
Of course, a bunch of them were in the trash and some of them got killed by the bug spray. But now I got ants still coming in because you know how ants work. Don't they communicate via, isn't it like a pheromone or something? Like they smell and they communicate that way, and that way they know where to go?
Yes.
So they think there's food. Now there's no food anymore. It's all gone. The garage has nothing.
Gone forever.
So they're coming in and they don't know what to do anymore. So they're just walking in and they're walking like a circle and they're confused. So like, what am I going to do? So I had to kill them all again, which sucks. I don't like having to kill a bunch of innocent ants. They didn't do anything. But they're coming in my garage.
Ants.
And what I ended up doing was making a perimeter of kind of bug spray at the bottom of the garage, and I already have ant traps from previous invasions at the other end of the house at our back door, and I put down the ant traps at the end of the garage and basically let it sit for the rest of the day. And one more time I went out there and I saw some and I got rid of them. And then by the end of the day, I went out there again, finally gone. So no fruit flies were gone and the ants were gone. I just checked this morning, and once again, no fruit flies, no ants. The other good thing is the heat dissipated. The heat wave ended. So because of that, I think the bugs are going to go back to their normal behavior rather than freaking out because it's so hot and desperate for food or whatever. You know, they're actually going to kind of relax a bit because that's the problem when the heat goes up. All these things change and things become intrusive, right? You know, wild animals going crazy, you got bugs going crazy. They all want to get inside to eat your shit. Like, what is this? They usually wouldn't do that. But anyway, yeah, it seems okay now. Like I said, I checked last night and this morning. No ants, no fruit flies. It looks like they've probably gotten the message there's no food in here anymore. And I think we're all right. But it was kind of a gross day of me having to deal with all these bugs and everything.
Okay, all right. I think we watched plenty of it. We get the sense of the animation. I think it's pretty good. It's a little long, honestly. That's my only critique. 16 minutes of an animation. It's a little long. 8 to 10 minutes, it's pretty good. So, Sonny, if you're listening, I think you need to cut these back a little bit. But the animation's top tier, great. I like the fact that you're actually using DSP's own words and not AIing it, which is great also. I'm going to give this a solid, like, 7.5. 7.5 out of 10. Again, I think a little bit shorter would be a little bit better. But other than that, I think it's great. I think there's a good opportunity for this to be a good thing. Let's hear. Okay. The commercials is funny too. That's pretty good. I'm just gonna forward. Okay. All right. So okay. So there seems to be a theme, which is great. That's really good. I appreciate that. I always like the themes. Okay. Zombie. All right, we'll move forward. All right, so big ups to Sonny, brother. I do appreciate this, and I think detractors out there who enjoy animated style detracting will enjoy this one. So this is what I'm gonna do, folks. I'm gonna link this video and his channel to my video. So if you want to watch the whole thing, it's out there. Again, it's about 60 minutes long. It's pretty good. If you like animations, I think this will fill that need of yours. All right. Alrighty, everyone. Thank you for watching the video. And again, thank you, Sonny, for being a friend of the channel. Peace out, everyone.